Snow does much more than create beautiful landscapes and cause traffic jams. It is a crucial part of Earth's ecosystem year-round, but we're seeing fewer flurries as the world warms. Connecting a warming planet to less snow is simple. As temperatures rise, freezing conditions become less common, and precipitation that would have fallen as snow in colder weather now falls as rain. Ben Herzog, the Science and Operations Officer at the National Weather Service in St. Louis, says that their office has studied how heavy snow events have changed over recent decades as the climate warms. Their results weren't surprising.
And what we found is the number of heavy snowfall events, and so that snowfall where we had at least 6 inches reported somewhere in our forecast area, has decreased by about 17% between 1980 and 2020. So what that looks like is in the 1980s, for example, we had 22 6-inch snowfall events in our forecast area. Compare that to the 2010s where that number went down to 16. And it did decrease for the most part decade over decade.
Snow is also arriving much later in the season in Missouri.
While there has been an increase in temperature in December and especially January, there's actually been a kind of a notable decrease in temperatures in February. What that has done, however, is kind of moved the time at which we see those heavy snowfall events a little bit later in the season.
According to a Climate Central analysis of over 2,000 U.S. locations, nearly 2/3 are experiencing less snow today than in decades past. This has significant implications from the environment to the economy. Snowmelt makes up over 50% of runoff that replenishes reservoirs and groundwater in the western U.S. It also accounts for nearly a quarter of runoff for the Missouri River in the spring. This runoff is used for irrigation, commerce, and recreation throughout the year, and water demand is increasing as the supply melts away. A 2018 study found that the western U.S. has already lost 15 to 30% of its snow-derived freshwater since 1950, with further losses expected as the climate continues to warm. Climate Central's analysis also revealed that over 700 U.S. locations are actually seeing more snow with climate change. While warmer temperatures are expected to reduce overall snowfall, increased moisture in the air means that when snow does fall, it often falls more heavily.